Alright, so what you want to do, you got the upper part, you got the hammer cocked back, keep your finger in the way so it doesn't smack this doohickey right here, the bolt hood open, because it'll make things break and fly. Pull the trigger. Alright, so it slides forward. Now when you cock it back, you cock it, and then you're holding the trigger back, let go, and it should do that. Stop right there. Now if it goes flying forward, a couple things could be happening. Usually what happens is the hammer or the trigger surface has been ground off too much and it's out of time. I wouldn't say out of time, but when you let go, there's too much clearance in there and it allows the hammer to fly forward before the trigger is able to go completely forward, and that's not a good thing. There's other things that could be happening. He said it might have happened, worked fine for the first magazine or so. There's a slight chance that maybe the heat treat was bad on the hammer and things wore to the point where it's just not grabbing anymore. So I would pull this pin out, take a look at the hammer, see if there's any damage there. If you can't see any damage there, go ahead and take a look at the trigger and take a look at the sear face on that, and maybe, just maybe, that's worn out or worn down. I don't know what kind of trigger, I wasn't paying attention, I don't know what kind of trigger group you got there. But there are some other possibilities. The holes could be drilled off and so the clearance is a little high there. In that case that would be bad, but who knows. Anyhow, didn't have a lot of prep for this, but remember, pull the trigger, hold it back, let it go forward slowly, bring it back while holding the trigger back, let go, and it should stop right there. So I had one that was acting up and the hammer would go flying forward about 50% of the time when I did that, and I ended up having to replace the hammer because it was just ground down too much. Someone, me, decided to try and polish the trigger group a little bit too much and change things. You can't really do a whole lot with this trigger group. You can give it the 15-minute trigger job and whatnot, but it's alright. Anyways, I'll send this to you now. Hold on.